Hello, 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 my art chit friends. How are you? I have been doing a lot of art, and then I haven't. But I finally finished 2 sketchbooks, and I wanted to do a sketchbook flip through with you. And I just wanted to make sure that you know, disclaimer, 80% of this are tutorials. So if I remember who the teacher is, I will say it. If not, I have a list. I will put the list of teachers in the description below. So you can Google them or search them and find these fabulous teachers. So these are Canson watercolor books that I got, and I think that's why I got through them really quickly, because there's not many in here. 23, 24. I've got sketchbooks that I started before 23, 24, but depending on the medium is why I use certain sketchbooks also. So I finished these. Let's go through. Now, this originally was going to be a doodle journal, and I learned this from, and I forgot her last name, Tracy Weinzapfel, and she created these doodle journals where you just doodle, and it's kind of a good way to practice, like, when you're learning cursive, you practice your doodles. So I haven't followed Tracy in a long time. I really like her, but she does flowers. And I'm more into botanical flowers and stuff like that. She's a great teacher, great lives, things like that. Tracy Weinzapfel, absolutely follow her, because she's a hoot. She really is. I should go back and follow her. I loved her lives. Yeah, I'm gonna make myself a note and refollow Tracy. Why not, right? And these are just doodles that I did, and I love this idea. This way you don't have to do a whole page and you get stuff done. This is like a Zentangle, if you're into Zentangle. Now, I had already pre-cut these, so I started using these for Sketchbook Skool. Sketchbook Skool every Thursday. Today is Thursday at noon on YouTube. They have a free live, which I attend every single time. It is a riot. I love Danny and his wife JJ. They are also a hoot, and I just love lives where you can talk to people online and things like that too. So that was that. You can never. I think this was part of maybe Minette Riordan. She does a live like every morning at 9. Almost every morning, I'm gonna say, except Wednesdays. I'm pretty sure she's live almost every morning at 9. This is more Sketchbook Skool. Yep, this was fun. I love Sketchbook Skool because you draw with them, and it's just fun. It's just so much fun. These are so cool. Look at this guy dancing. These were so interesting, and these were with my markers, and I love markers. I love doing marker stuff. This is just, I think this was Sketchbook Skool too, but we were just doodling. Yeah, this was just doodling. And yep, because that looks like him. Contour drawing. This was Whitney Freya, one of those. It was during a live with Whitney Freya, I believe. Might have been one of those, retreat type things. If you get on these people's email newsletters also, or emails list, there's always, like in June, I just signed up for another free 12-day retreat for the summer solstice, and you'll do art and you'll do live stuff with these artists, and it's free. There's so much free stuff out there. Yeah, I gotta tell you, so I did do 1 year of Skillshare. I think I got 50% off, and so that was worth it to me, because a year ago Skillshare. There were so many things I needed to learn, and I did learn a lot from Skillshare. But the renewal was coming up to this in June, and it would be for $165, and I did cancel only because I just don't have enough time to do $165 worth of Skillshare. As much as I love it, there's so much free tutorials on YouTube, and then when I find a teacher that I like, I buy their classes and things like that. So I don't have time to do Skillshare even though I want to. So that was it. This is Whitney Freya. Really, really great. Okay, this is where I did Vlogmas, and I think I did 12 days of Vlogmas. I'm gonna do 12 days of Vlogmas this year too, and I have a great idea. So stay tuned for that. But this year I did 12 days of Christmas plants. So I did Christmas bells, also known as a Chinese lantern. I did you. This was fun. These were fun. And you know what? They turned out really cool. I really like the way they turned out. This is the bromeliad. You know what I used? And I haven't used in a while, is my Gansai Tambi watercolors. I forgot. I have not used my Gansai Tambis in a while. So let me refollow Tracy. Use the Gansai Tambis. These are, and if you see, these are more, they're like watercolors, but they're also like gouache. They're like a half and half. I forgot how great I love those watercolors. This was Lindsay Weirich. You could tell this was around, Christmas time. I believe I used my Derwent, I think I used the Derwents with this. I'm not sure. Or maybe I used the Gansais. Can't tell. This was the first time. Nope. This was a Lindsay Weirich. And I'm trying to remember if this was the first time I used Art of Soils. No. It could be Art of Soils. I'm not sure. But yeah, this was a Lindsay Weirich. Really great. She's a great teacher. She teaches so many great classes. I think this was a Lindsay. Unless it was a Skillshare. It could have been a Skillshare. Not really sure. I'm going to start writing down the teachers on the back too. This was definitely a Lindsay. This was definitely a Lindsay. I think this might have been Gansai Tambis. Yep. That could be this. Okay, then we're continuing on with the Vlogmas. I did a video every day of me doing these. So I do have and the playlist is out there. If you find the playlist, you can watch these all. You can binge them. Yes, I don't think it was I think they were fast videos, or what do you call time-lapse videos? But yeah, juniper berry, Yuletide camellia, of course, mistletoe, and of course the Norfolk Island pine. Now these, was this Gansai's? I might have used something else. I need to start writing down what I used. This was a Lindsay. Look at this. Look at that. This is from Lindsay. I did the art, but she's the teacher. She is the teacher. Yep. Then we go paper whites, of course, paper whites, and amaryllis, of course. I think these are watercolors. Don't think they're Gansai's. Can't remember what watercolors I used. These are markers. Of course we have to do the Charlie Brown Christmas tree and the Dr. Seuss Grinch Christmas tree. Yes, we do. This was so cute. These were so cute. Yep. This was what markers. Now these I do know were Art of Soils paints. This is the frankincense tree, and this was the myrrh tree. I really like that I did Christmas plants, and I think that was it. This was me. This is me, all me. When I did a art chit chat, and I did this with you guys on an art chit chat. I do just go to the art chit chat playlist. This was a Lindsay, I believe. This is definitely a Lindsay. Look at all that. I love tutorials. I like that I did the art, but I need the tutorials. This was a Helen Campbell, and this was with Inktense. My first time with Inktense. I really had to see these in person. This I think I used, it was too dark. I should have went a little lighter with the Inktense, and what I'm learning is I like Inktense with smoother paper. It's really hard to, so you have to remember what kind of paper you like with certain mediums as well. And Inktense is better with smoother paper, which thank goodness I found a ton of Arches hot press. Remember when I said I found that big thing of Arches hot press? Well, I was just going through my drawer. I found another one. Look at, on a smaller one. So, and I do have that, and the Arches hot press is smoother, and of course the Arches regular watercolor, which is better for regular watercolor because it's 100% cotton and it's a little rougher. Love that. This was Helen Campbell. Love Helen Campbell. Absolutely love her. I joined her Patreon. That's how much I love her. I joined her Patreon, and I joined Lindsay Weirich's Critique Club because it's worth it. The money is worth it for tutorials from these two wonderful teachers. Absolutely wonderful. And since I have them, you know, I can barely do all their stuff. I just don't have time for Skillshare. But isn't that cool? This was also Inktense. I think I went a little too dark too. I notice, and this is why I do tutorials, because I could have done better. But for some reason I don't follow details or something. I try to watch the video first and then do the tutorial. I mean, I need to go slower, and I need to pay more attention to detail. Maybe less water, I don't know. But that's why I do tons of tutorials. Yeah, okay, so here's another one. This was a Lindsay Weirich. I believe this was Critique Club. And I was not happy with this at all because I was just not happy with it. Hers turned out really, really nice. But, you know, this is why I do art all day, because I'm still learning. And then when I do my regular art chit chats with you and I do my own work, I mean, there's been some that I just wasn't happy with either, but that's what this channel is all about. It's not about me as an artist showing you work or whatever, or paintings and painting along with me. You can paint along with me, but I'm still learning too. This channel is for you to follow along with me in my journey of learning. That's why I tell you who all these teachers are, so that you can also do the classes and things like that, because this is my journey. I am not a professional artist. I don't think I ever will be, but I love that you follow me in my journey as doing art. This was Helen Campbell. This I really liked. This was a Helen Campbell. I could have followed a little bit more. Yeah, I love Helen Campbell. Love her. And this was, I believe, Lindsay. I think this is Lindsay. When I bought the Lindsay's color pencil lessons. That was worth the money too. Definitely worth the money. This was colored pencils. Isn't that nice? I like that. That was one. I'm gonna start writing down, and if I remember, I will put them on here too. The mediums that I use and the teachers. And here's another one. I started using this as I was going to use it as because I noticed that this paper really wasn't good for watercolor, and I was just really into watercolor back then. But I started to use this for swatching. These are all the Five Below markers. Look at these, are nice. These are Five Below markers. They turned out really nice. I ended up getting the Ohuhus, but you know, if you want to start out, and that's what I did. I started out with just Five Below markers, bought several sets, and I liked it, so I bought, these are more Five Below markers. I mean, come on. These are really not bad at all. This was me. I did this. This was inspired by, I forgot the artist's name. But anyways, this was Art Chit Chat. And in the Art Chit Chat, it tells you who inspired this. The artist that inspired that. This was, I believe, a Tamara Laporte kaleidoscope taster. Those are starting in June as well. Sign up for the free 2 weeks of kaleidoscope taster sessions. I mean, it's 2 weeks worth of all these artists giving you free art classes. I mean, honestly, do not miss it. Let's see. And you can do that by going to willowing.org. WILLOWING.org. This was me. These are markers. These were markers, and this was one of my art chit chats. I did this all myself. See? I can do okay sometimes. This was my first time with my, this is a Lindsay Weirich, and this was my first time with my, what are they called now? Ocean paper watercolors. Remember that whole scenario? When I ordered the ocean papers for a lot of money, and then I was moving and I wasn't sure if I was ever going to get them. Oh my God, I was closing on the house and everything. My nerves were so shot back then. Oh my God, my nerves. I'm going to have to read my journals about back then. This was Draw With Me, Sketchbook Skool. So much fun. I did, oh yeah, the Derwent charcoal pans I used. Look at that groundhog. He's so cute. This was me. I mean, this was Sketchbook Skool, but I drew him freehand. This was Sketchbook Skool. The next week. Look at those dogs. I love Sketchbook Skool. They'll be on at noon. Okay, so this was fun. Now I bought this as well. I bought this. It was for $15. It was Around the World with Alysa Burke. Alysa Burke. She's on YouTube. And there was several different ways of doing. She used several different mediums. And this was like a line drawing and watercolors. And this was Greenland. This was with acrylics. And I did, ooh, these turned out really cool. Look at that. I think I put in some, I did have this acrylic, it was kind of glittery, not glittery, but you know, shimmery. It's Disco Bay. This was in March. And then we did Iceland, we did Ireland, and these were markers. And then we did, this was acrylics and markers. This was watercolor markers. I love this. This was so much fun. And this was markers. Morocco Spice Market. This was watercolor. Every day she would post a lesson. It was so much fun. I believe these are watercolors, markers. So I love doing stuff like this. Just a little bit of everything. This was, I believe we This is watercolor, but we also put paper down, collage paper underneath here. So look at that for texture. This is how you learn, by doing all these different things with these different teachers. And this was watercolor, watercolor. Love prayer flags. You know what? I have prayer flags and I need to put them up. Another list of things to do. Put up prayer flags. I don't know where they are. I'll find them. I'll find them. This was Helen Campbell. Look at these classes. This is I believe this is Inktense watercolor. Or no, just Inktense. Inktense is kind of like watercolor. Actually, Derwent just came out with a watercolor set. Not that I need it, because I looked, and Aliana, if you look for Aliana on YouTube, she did a swatching. They're only available in UK right now, but they're very, very similar to the Inktense pans and colors, so I don't think I need them. You know, of course I don't need them. This was something I probably didn't like, and I should have put something over that. So I put black gesso over it. This was me. This was one of my art chit chats. Look at that. This is just my Inktense. I was learning my Inktense. Love Inktense. Love it. I love them all. Love them all. This was Lindsay Weirich, one of her classes. What is this? I think these are pencils or something. Not crazy about it, but hey, I'm going to show you everything, even though I'm not crazy about it, because when you see the other ones, when I finished the other 2 books that I made, they're almost ready to finish. You'll see a lot of stuff that I do not like, but a lot of it is practice as well. So this was a Lindsay. This was a Lindsay Weirich too. Really like this. This was a Lindsay. Love this. Absolutely love this. Was this watercolors? I think this was Inktense. Yep. Oh, I just loved this. And you know what? When it came up, I think this was Critique Club. Sometimes when you see the lessons, I was like, oh, I don't want it. I can't do that. But you know what? I did it. I did it anyway. And I love it now. Love it. And this was the last one. This was Helen Campbell. This one took me forever. Took me forever to do. I think 3 days. But I just finished it. And that's that. So that was 2 of my sketchbooks. So the sketchbook floozy. That's one of Lindsay's things. They're called sketchbook floozies. We're the ones that buy tons and tons of sketchbooks and then don't finish them. So I finally finished 2. I have 2 more sketchbooks, and these are ones that I made these myself. I made these myself, and I can't wait to show you finished product. I just have a few more pages on this one, and I have a few more pages on the other one, and then I will show you. I also have some of my TV journals are almost done too. Now those are things that are just TV journals, but I want to show those to you too. So thank you for being here with me and going through my art chit chat. There's so much going on in June. Let me see. Let me look at my. So June 1st through 7th is free, and it's the International Nature Journal Week. So Google International Nature Journal Week and get on that. Sign up. Join the Facebook group. That is so much fun. And then Kaleidoscope Tasters start on the 17th of June. I usually go for 2 weeks. Sometimes they throw in a 3rd week. So many free classes. Go out there and sign up for that too. So that is that. July is coming up. July is World Watercolor Month. There's going to be a lot of challenges. I want to join some of those challenges as well. So get out there, art with me, or just watch me in my journey. And I'm so glad that you're here. Like and subscribe. That helps me a bunch. Tell your friends about me. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.